Solomon! Greetings YouTube, welcome to 0AD Newbie Rush. I'm Jim Kogan. It's 4v4 time again. And from the lofty heights of the last few weeks of games full of big hitters, we have a team, well, two teams of wannabes and people on their way and mere mortals like you and I who perhaps have somewhat stumbled on our journey through the ranks of 0AD, or those who are ascending quickly. I don't know much about any of these players, but we will find out by the end of this if any of them are any good. Let's quickly rip through the teams. Like I said, it's 4v4, it's mainland, medium, temperate biome, kind of the usual. And we are starting here with Team 1 in the north. In the orange, it is Kinzal, rated 1255, playing as Kushites. Interesting. I don't know, like I said, I don't really know any of these players. I've heard of one or two of them, but I'm very much in the dark as to how good they are. Let's rip through the rest of Team 1, see who else we have, see if anything leaps out at us. In the green, playing as the Seleucids, it's Knight 002, rating of 1462. This is Team 1's big hitter on paper. Seleucids, solid civ and solid rating, so we'll be looking to Knight 002. I don't know if they're the unofficial team leader, but they certainly are the one with the most rating. Let's move along into the blue. Iberian, Sneaky P, rating of 1178. I think we have two Iberian players on, no, just the one on Team 1. Iberian's been the subject of a lot of focus of Newbie Rush recently with the fire cav, so it'll be interesting to see how they get on. I'm intrigued. Yeah, in a safe-ish sort of area in the pocket there. I think it's going to be a question of let's see how they develop and where they pop up in the combat. I have just noticed again, I got to switch off the unit silhouettes, switch them on, there they go. Awesome. Let's round out Team 1 over here in the light blue or cyan, playing as the Ptolemies. It's Dumb97, rating of 1135. Let us hope that they do not live up to their name, especially as they are on a flank. Right, usual cav check at this stage. Nobody, well, Kinzal has got 3 cav, but doesn't look like... Nope, as I say that, you go straight in for a bit of a sneaky raid. On this player, in the red, it's Magda OS. Not Mac OS this time. And he's getting a bit of a pasting here. It's Kinzal who's gone for a bit of an early raid on Magda OS. Magda OS in the red, playing as the Ptolemies, and that seems to have come to nothing. I think if they turn around now, they could kill this one horse camel archer, which is what they've done. So Magda OS has just, I'm pretty sure, lost his camel archer. Yeah, that was predictable. But is that the end of the raiding? They appear to be heading for home. Magda OS no rating and a lot of idle troops and women here. I wonder if Magda OS is a newbie. We'll see how they get on. I suspect they might be, because they've sent these guys a long way to gather this wood, and these guys still haven't moved. Nor now they're starting to move. He's gone straight to farming, has ignored the berries. I suspect Magda OS may not know what they're doing, so this could be interesting on this flank, because it looks like Kinzal certainly does. A couple of pop caps over there. Knight 002 pop capped himself on 40, but let's go through the rest of Team 2 in the pink or fuchsia color. This is Kaisha 10, rating of 1558, the game's big hitter, bar none. Playing as the Ptolemies, quite a few Ptolemies players in this one. What have we got? 3 Ptolemies players and 3 Iberians, so Yeah, nicely even out. I'm pretty sure I might have heard of Kaisha 10. I don't think I've ever played them or seen them play, but I've definitely seen them in the lobby, so they've been around a bit. Let's move on. In the yellow, we have playing also as the Iberians, Pablogalv 100, the 100th Pablogalv. No rating, complete unknown quantity, Iberians. I look forward to seeing them. They're facing off against another Iberians player directly opposite in that pocket over there, and rounding out all of the teams, Iberians again in the purple. It's Max Decatrix. Max Decatrix? I gotta get that right. It just looks like Matrixy Catrix. Max Decatrix. Iberians rating 1380. No slouch either. So the two rated players that are on Team 1 are tidy. That's how it looks at the moment. No deaths at this point recorded other than those 3 that Magda OS registered there, and the one sacrificial slaughter that he sent his camel archer to. So interesting. Magda OS also is the only person who's got the cartography upgrade. Interesting. They are miles and miles behind. The only one who is, anywhere near in touching distance is Pablogalv. Kinzel's already started the town phase. I think it's pretty clear that Kinzel fancies this, and if he gets to phase 3 quick, he is just going to try and come down here and knock Magda OS over, I suspect. Who is winning at the moment? Kaisha 10, obviously befitting of his station, has ripped into the lead, 70 troops, and has got, not got the biggest infantry, but has got 16 infantry. Kinzel's already started phasing up, so he's on his way to phase 2. Knight 002 has a population of 70. Who's got the biggest? Pablogalv has got the biggest infantry. He's got 19, although Magda OS has just matched that. Very strange that, what are we hearing there? Is that fighting? Don't think it is. No other deaths registered. That's some kind of construction. It's difficult to know where this is going to kick off to first. Let's have a look at the flanks. There's quite a few got cav now. Dumb 97 has got 4 of the camel archers. They're hunting at the moment. There's quite a bit of hunt over there. This one's going a bit... IA's absolutely raiding all of... I can't even pronounce his name. What is his name? Max Decatrix's territory there. Yeah. I'm sure there's walls, so I don't think there's much that the camel archers are going to do, but quite a large concentration. But it's all swordsmen and javelineers up there, as Pablogalv 100 has pressed the button on going to phase 2. It's still Kaisha 10. Looks like everybody is going for a bit of an eco game here. We've got... Yeah, that is one of Knight 002's horses. I don't know if that was a distant hunt or if it's been scouting. Pablogalv has also gone for the cartography upgrade. Population-wise, Magda OS has still not climbed above 40, but he's pressed the button on going to the town phase. I think Magda OS is going to get absolutely splattered. This don't look good either. There's towers right on the edge. That's another one going up. So, interesting. Who else? Max Decatrix has pressed the button to go to phase 2 as well. Magda OS almost there. Kinzel and Pablogalv already there. Few people pop capped. That is Sneaky P, we've hardly looked at. Pop capped on 82. They've just unpop capped themselves. And it's now Kinzel who's pop capped on 48. Very low populations. We're 7 minutes and 55 seconds in. Only Knight 002 and Kaisha 10 are perhaps anywhere near where they would expect to be. Kaisha 10's really been going great guns here. He is going to be He surely is going to be the force to be reckoned with. Sneaky P has started phase 2. Everybody's phased up now, bar Dumb 97, Knight 002, and Kaisha 10. They've held fire on it. Interesting, they are the top pot buds in terms of population. Sneaky P has got 90, so he's doing pretty good. He's motored on a bit. But Kinzel, Pablo Galv, and especially Magda OS, they are miles off the pace. I really don't think Magda OS knows what they're doing. There are idle citizens in there. There's one idle woman in there. You can hear the arrows raining down on the houses here, and that is one of the light cavalry trying to go for a capture on one of these houses. I don't think Magda OS is going to respond to this. Already started mining. Has anybody gone in for upgrades? Looks like Sneaky P and Dumb 97 have got all of the upgrades. All of the economy ones at the very least. No other deaths reported, although I think Magda OS puts anything here, it's going to die within seconds. On the other flank, it's all looking quite solid. There's some nice house arrangements around towers being built up here by Max Catrix and Dumb 97 spreading southwards. Lots of women in there though. Lots of very vulnerable soft targets. And what's going on here? No, that's just the overlap of the red territory. Thought Magda OS was going for some kind of sneaky attack. Interesting. I don't think we can judge this by the performance of Magda OS. I do not believe they know truly how to play the game. Population wise, it is still Kaisha 10, who has a population of 128, closely followed by Naito 2, population of 125, and then followed by Sneaky P. As we see, Kaisha 10 has started the town phase. Only Knight 002 has not phased up yet. I'm expecting some phase 3s pretty soon. Let's have a look if anybody's getting close to that. I'm seeing towers. I'm not seeing markets or anything. Very fragmented farming setup there by Kinzel, so not very orthodox at the moment, it has to be said. And Kinzel has already captured one of those houses and destroyed it, and is well on the way to capture the next one. He really needn't have bothered because, oh god, Magda OS is building a barracks with 3 women. That's gonna take at least another 16 seconds, but it's taken forever. I really don't know what Magda OS is doing. We are 10 minutes 39 seconds in. Everybody's phased up apart from Knight 002. Nobody's gone for any military upgrades, so it's been quite strange across the board. Still looking like Kaisha 10 is the player to not mess with. Dumb 97 is sending everybody wood, especially Sneaky P. I'm not certain why. Interesting. Must be floating a massive excess, I guess. He's still floating quite a big excess. Wonder if he'll get anything back in return. This is unusual for Newbie Rush. We're used to barely introducing all the players before there's been like a full-on battle. To actually have a total eco build going on is really odd. Let's have a look at the economical upgrades, economy upgrades. It's all about Sneaky P, who has got everything there is to be got at the moment. Nobody's gone in for military upgrades at all. There's a couple of the archery ones there for Kinzel, and there is Kinzel with an attack in the process. I think he is. Oh, look at this. Everyone piles in. No, they're just going to capture that storehouse. All the women are off the fields. What is Mag OS doing? I honestly don't know. Back in the day, we would say answers on a postcard. Postcards aren't really a thing anymore, so who knows? I think Mag OS is going to get away with a kill there. Yes, he has. So most of those horses have been shot up. So I would say, as far as a raid goes, I don't quite know what Kinzo was hoping to achieve there, other than weakening his forces completely. Oh, they've fallen foul of this here. Look, it's 4 archers from Kaisha 10, who, if they chase them far enough, they will get some cheap kills on those, because there's a few of them really close to death. They better not stop. So they're just seeing them off. City phase for Kaisha 10. Is he still following them? No sign of any other expansions or anything. Ah, no. Is Kinzel going to lead them right through Dumb 97's territory? I think Kaisha will be silly to follow them. Might get some good kills here, but yeah, and as it is, Kaisha's going to lose both of his camel archers. In goes a pikeman. Looks a bit of a one-sided fight here, because everything's piling in on that, and there it goes. So Kaisha 10 rather sacrifice those two. You better send those back to base and heal them up. Over on the flanks, over this side, not very much happening. Magda OS, remarkably, Pablogalv has fallen even further behind. He's got himself stuck at 65. Kinzel's pop capped at 68. And obviously Magda OS is on 68 as well. Everyone else seems to know what they're doing. And that is the city phase achieved by Kaisha 10. It's looking very much like Kaisha 10, although I wasn't really a big fan of how he handled those cav units going north earlier. He is definitely the one for the numbers. Knight of 2, funnily enough, has reached pop max. Hasn't reached phase 3, but has reached population max. Nobody's got any military upgrades, which I find staggering. Has anybody actually made? Anybody made the blacksmith? They're all making blacksmith. In fact, Kaisha 10 has got 2 of them, but hasn't done anything with them yet. Ah, here we go. First military upgrades. Sneaky P. Sneaky P has gone in for arrows, shield, and sword. So Sneaky P is obviously looking to set himself up to be a fighting force. It's such a weird game. It's been ages since I covered a game that kind of went this way. We are 14 minutes in. Other than skirmishes, there's been no combat, but we are seeing a whole glut of people now pressing into the city phase. Sneaky P, Dumb 97 and Knight 002 are all aiming to hit there. They are also all doing quite well in the population stakes. All the players over 100 aren't doing bad. Probably Dumb 97 a little bit behind where he wants to be. Masterclasses has got a huge army. So Dumb 97's going to be up against it just for numbers there. Kaisha 10 has hit pot max, and there is a big mobilization there. Are they going forward? He's got his siege workshop out. He needs to kill some people in order for these rams to pop out. So I think we might see a cull of female citizens at some point soon. How many has he got? He's apparently got 53 of them. Where are they? They're not surely all on the fields. That'd be a bit unfortunate. Yeah, they are. I think he might have miscalculated. Who's he gonna murder? I suppose he might have to send infantry out first. Okay. We're now seeing, yeah, Masterclasses is phasing up. So only Magda OS, Pablogalv and Kinzel, the 3 players who there is some concern as to whether they know what they're doing, have not phased up or pressed the button on phase 3. We're waiting for expansions, we're waiting for attacks, we're waiting for all sorts. I think Knight 002 is going to be most likely to cull female citizens to make way. He's got a lot of idols there. What has he got? The Spearman not doing very much. Large bulge in the top of Masticatrix's territory. They're pushing into Dumb 97's territory. City phase has been reached by Masticatrix. It's still the 3 suspect players who have not phased up, and Magda OS is pop capped to 85 again, which is still more than Pablogalv, which is frankly staggering at this point. 16 minutes 23 played. When are we going to get a battle? Come on. Come on, guys. We want expansions, we want battles. Certainly Kaisha 10 spreading far and wide. There is champion, not champion, hero. Sneaky P's gone for 18 cavalry. Where are they? Has he gone for the fire cav? Let's have a look, see if that's what he's got. Cavalry Javelineers. I think they're just standard ones. They're all just parked in there. Don't believe it's the fire cav, so interesting. Okay, this is the first majorly aggressive move, as predicted. It is Kaisha 10. It's decided to send about 100 troops and the hero north. Are they aiming to claim the middle? They look like they're just going to stand there. Completely pot maxed at 200, unless he's going to build a wonder somewhere. He ain't getting any more troops there. Let's have a look at the old military upgrades. Everybody's in for it a bit now, apart from our 3 friends who really aren't doing very well. Anybody got will to fight? Yeah, Sneaky P has got will to fight. And he's sending a small contingent over this way, as is some major movements happening now. These guys are going in. Are they going to go in on Dumb 97? So we have stuff on either flanks. Whoa, what's that? Whoa, big fight. We missed that. Masticatrix decided to send an army forward, and they have single-handedly, without any siege, splattered their way into the middle of Dumb 97's territory. And to make matters worse, in comes Kaisha 10 on the opposite side. All of these guys are going for an expansion, so that is Knight 002. This is Sneaky P, who sent a small army down, and I think they are going to cause all matter of pain for Magda OS. But the major deaths happening over here. Dumb 97 has already lost 50 now, is it? 50 troops. And Rams coming in from Masticatrix, and I think this could be the end of Dumb 97. It's a massacre. Dumb 97 down to a population of 100 and... well, it fell and then it went back up again. 112, so it will fall now. No support to be had at all from anyone. There's an elephant out, going to try and dispense with that ram. They're pummeling the elephant. I think it's going to destroy the ram before it gets too close. There we go. It's the hero elephant, which is almost dead, is dead, and in comes another ram. So it might need a few more, elephants, and they haven't got any. And in comes a ram from Kaisha 10. So this should, in theory, be the end of Dumb 97. But over here, Magda OS is getting totally splattered. 33, 36 deaths and rising. It's gone well over 40 now. And Magda OS has really done nothing. And pincer movement from the other side. In comes Knight 002 with the hero elephant. And Kaisha 10 is heading back to head this off because they've They've turned up while the army is away, but they're coming back now, but in dribs and drabs. So, interesting. How's it going over here? CC's still standing. Just. Are they going for the capture?
Yeah, see?
I think they want to. Don't think they're going to get it. I think that CC is coming down. We'll just see what happens. They have got the capture. Oh, that is curtains then for Dumb 97. Meanwhile, over here, Knight 002 has captured one of Kaisha 10's barracks. Has got 39 kills. Kaisha 10, only 13 deaths. So all of those, I think, were from Magda OS, who is basically losing all of his territory apart from his CC. He hasn't got anyone in it. They're surely going to capture that in due course. Over here, there's a big ass fight. Who's got will to fight at the moment? Sneaky P has got will to fight, but he's not in this fight. But oh dear, look at this. Yeah, Knight 002 has got will to fight, so he will be getting victims, and plenty of them. Dumb 97 has been largely eradicated down to a population of 33. They've done a runner. And Magda OS down to a population of 5, and frankly nobody cares because they're nowhere. Max Tecatrix is pressing further north to have a go at Sneaky P now. This could be interesting because Sneaky P has got a decent the decent army. It seems to be going around. Looks like they want to have a go at Knight 002, who I think has finally been seen off over here. There's still quite a bit. Got that barracks back.
Yeah, see?
There are just a small amount of Knight 002. He's now lost more than he's killed. He's lost 97. So that attack has largely run out of steam. And those are the 5. Those are... Oh no, Magda OS has got 10. He's still producing. Still producing from the CC. But just gradually being taken apart now. Very slowly by Kinzel. Magda OS, the only player who didn't get to phase up. Frankly, their contribution to this game has been borderline non-existent. But Max Tecatrix is still on the rampage. Kill death ratio of 3.2, but falling, so starting to lose a few here. Yeah, Knight 002 did not do well out of that fight there, 137, and is now under attack. So weakened, having sent all his army out. Has he got anything to stop Max Tecatrix, who has been absolutely brutal? And it looks like Kaisha 10 has gone. Oh, Dumb 97 has resigned. So a small amount of troops for Dumb 97 have now gone rogue and will start attacking their former teammates. So that is careless. Should have really killed them all before resigning. They're now taking pot shots at the farmers. That's awful. So poor play from Dumb 97. And it looks like Kaisha 10 is absolutely splattering Kinzel, who cannot wait to run away. Max Tecatrix is still going over here. It did not get the CC, but it's causing no end of bother for Sneaky P. But I think Max Tecatrix needs to resupply a bit now. Lots of rams in reserve, but chose not to use them. Trying to take apart Sneaky P's infrastructure. Sneaky P's got 20 troops holed up in a temple down here. While, yeah. Well, it looks like Kaisha 10 is going... I wonder if he knows. He must know. Are they going to try and get a capture on this temple? Yeah, so... military colony's gone up there, and I suppose they're going to try and get this temple next and slaughter these 20 troops that are in there. Max Tecatrix still going. He's now hit a bit of trouble. He is pinned in between Sneaky P and Knight 002. But the danger is all over here at the moment, and they cannot get that temple. There's try as they might. They are taking a bit of flack from this tower over here. Going for oh, Magda OS has put a CC down there, so I think his handful of troops are coming back on this side. Interesting. Max Tecatrix has finally been eradicated from the north. Is he planning another counter? Has not built his population back up. If we look at production, Max Tecatrix is, let's have a look, which is the yeah, production is not producing much at the moment. Yeah, he's producing slingers. Rams being produced by Pablagalv. How many has he got? So rams all round down here. There's 9 of them that could be 10 of them, in fact, if you counted all of them. And this looks like, what have we got there? Yeah, it's a small army, very compact army, but a lot of rams. So I think they're going to get involved somewhere. Over this side, yeah, this is the end. The end of that occupation by Sneaky P. I'm assuming his soldiers got slaughtered. CC is back up for Magda OS. So Magda OS is not completely dead, but you know, they weren't much of a force first time around. I doubt they're going to be much of a force second time around. We are 24 minutes and 12 in. We've lost 1 player. We are waiting for some serious action now. No sign of any other expansions. I think Knight 002 has not really done much with this. Magda's built a fortress here, and it looks like Kim Zhao's sending his elephants to the slaughter. That is nowhere near enough to be taking on an army of this magnitude, and yeah, that's going to end really, really badly. And Max Tecatrix is on the move again. What became of that army of... it's looking a bit better now. That's Pablagalv. Everybody's just ignored him. He has got... He's got 10 rams in there. So, unless they come up against a herd of elephants, that is surely going to knock over anything they find. Are they, first of all, going to try and make inroads into this isolated expansion by Knight 002. Knight 002 is vacating just in time for these guys to turn up. They're going to get absolutely slaughtered. What are they doing? Go on, get after them. Max Tecatrix is going north again. Who's aware of what? That is the question. And Knight 002's troops have just ran straight into the middle of this here. And that went the way we kind of knew it was going to go. And further north, Max Tecatrix is going in on Sneaky P. He had a whole load of horses there. He's got 42 of them. Have we got Fire Cav now? Yes, champion Javelineers. And are these the fiery ones? We are hearing a mass cull of female citizens. So, not good for them. These guys coming across, and it's one of Kaisha's rams that's just been left there. I think they're going to try and capture this back from Max Tecatrix. Max Tecatrix has turned up here, and looks like Pablagalv, they're going slowly. They've taken a very, very long-winded route to decide where they're going, and it does not look like they truly know, to be perfectly honest. And they have captured they've captured that CC back now. Not that that really counts for too much. They're now attacking a field, and all the time Max Tecatrix himself, there is indeed Fire Cav. Does this mean Sneaky P is getting tons and tons of kills? I think he is. Max Tecatrix is losing. losing troops right, left and centre here. His rams have been kind of allowed to go free. They've decided to pile into a storehouse, which is always irritating. Go straight for a big target, not an elephant. And finally, here comes Paplagalv. See if he does any better against the Fire Cav. The incredibly OP Fire Cav, as everybody keeps calling them. And straight in, and that's going to be a massacre as well. But there are 10 rams. What can 10 rams do? Meanwhile, over here,
Yeah, see?
it looks like Kaisha 10 is going for the capture, and it looks like it's going to be a successful capture of this military colony. He's got over halfway. I think he's going to get it, but the big ass battle up north. The 10 rams, they're a bit boxed in. Can't get to the CC. Will they get taken down by the Fire Cav, who have seen off Paplagalv, who's lost like half his entire population there? So Team 1, I think, certainly with those using those as an asset, are in control. The Rams have made it to Night 002, or two of them have made it to Night 002's CC. But I don't think they're going to live long enough to inflict a permanent sort of damage there. The rest of them are boxed in here. There they go. It's freed up space. They've almost destroyed a fortress. It looks like Kaisha 10 has decided that Kinzal is going to be his next victim. Sort of. He's gone forward, now he's pulled back again. It's a shame, I wish he'd be more decisive. But Knight 002 gradually spreading around this side with Sneaky P. They will be going after Max Decatrix next, who has raised another replacement army. He's on his third army. Sneaky P continues to make those cav. He's got 59 of them at the moment. Kaisha 10 is just expanding slowly. He's got a ram out, he's got infantry there. I think that fortress is his next intended victim. And we have another lull in the game. Bit of a battle going on over here. So Knight 002 and Sneaky P are getting stuck into Max Decatrix, who's come out of his base and is trying to capture some of this back. But from being in a very promising, very strong position, I think Max Decatrix has kind of dropped the ball a little bit. Went marauding off over here and failed to look after things at home. Seems to be getting the better of Knight 002 on this flank. If we have a look at the upgrades, pretty much, well, it's a mix actually. So Kaisha 10's got them all, and so has Knight 002, despite being in deficit from the old kill-death ratio. Sneaky P has a ridiculous kill-death ratio because of those cav, and Kaisha 10, who has just been tormenting Kinzel for the last 10 minutes. There surely will be the end of that fortress. There are 3 troops in it, but it's not going to stay up long. They've run away and retreated to the CC. I think Kinzel has pretty much thrown in the towel here. Strangely enough, big expansion in territory here for Magda OS has got 30 troops. Still not really enough to be a significant factor. Sneaky P has brought the Fire Cav in, and they are now slaughtering Max Decatrix again. He's going to need another army after this. And here comes some elephants. It is, yeah, it's an armored war elephant, and that's going to be bearing down on Max Decatrix's base. And it looks like Paplagalv is trying to do exactly what he did last time. He's just made some rams, he's made some infantry, and he is going to point them in the direction of the enemy and probably lose them all. What have we got here? The Fire Cav are laying into the walls of the buildings. Yeah, it looks like they're trying to shoot this castle wall down, and are doing a pretty good job. So out comes some infantry. that wall is going any second now. So the fire cav doing their thing. Has anybody got anything that might be able to stop them? And Knight 002 is sending his entire army out. Very, very slow progress being made by Kaisha 10. I think in the time it's taken him to take this flank, this side of the battle could be over. It looks like Sneaky P, Knight 002 have got this. I know they are a player down, but they're not getting much resistance now from Max Tegatrix. And they're not getting, well, they're getting some support from Pablogalv, but soon as those horses come back, like, I mean, it's just a slaughter every time. So hollow victories there. They have killed the armored war elephant, which was a bit silly. They left that completely isolated. In come the fire cav again, and they're going to certainly take lumps out of these guys. Over the other side. Oh no, we'll watch this for a bit. So this is going to be Pablogalv losing lots and lots and lots of troops. Sneaky P is handling them well, the fire cav. He's not letting them, he's not losing random ones. He's keeping them a safe distance. More troops coming in. And this looks bad for Max Tegatrix. Slowly but surely, Kaisha 10 is moving towards the business end. Is he just going to try and go around the outside here? Is that the last of Kintel? Kintel apparently has got 58 troops. I don't know where they are. They're not in those barracks. They're losing their loyalty. So, yeah, there they are. They've done a runner. Over this side, they are bearing down now on Max Tegatrix base, down to a population of 51. Max Tegatrix surely is finished here. In comes the fire, in comes an elephant, and that CC I think is going to either get destroyed or captured very, very shortly. But it looks like finally Kaisha 10 has decided to get the bit between his teeth, sent the rams, the troops, they're going north, they're going straight for the jugular. Don't think it really matters at this stage. They've flattened Max Tegatrix down to a population of 23 and not got much else left there. I think what little population he's got, I don't think it's worth employing. Pablogalv is not going to be a fighting force. He's barely expanded out of his base and his army's down to 62, so it's a question of how long it's going to take for these guys to run into these guys. There goes Knight 02's CC, and his fortress will be following it shortly. Kaisha 10 has been pretty murderous, and look at this. This is yeah, there's one lone unit of Magda OS. Magda OS has actually managed to lose some troops in this conflict. Yeah, so he's very good at losing troops. And we're seeing the fire cav now being pulled back, presumably to be deployed over here. He's got 60 of them. And you get the feeling 60 of them will be more than enough. Max Tegatrix has still got splatterings of troops here, down to a population of 12. And yeah, they're surely going hunting. They're going to go and try and find these guys. They're right there. Send them in. Send them in. What is their objective? I mean, they've pretty much taken this. It's 2 against 1, effectively. I don't think we can really... They're not going to go after Pablogalv, are they? That would be, you know, you could probably gather an army here and take care of Pablogalv. Pablogalv is going for that plan one more time. Fewer troops, fewer rams, and some priests there, but they're hiding within the walls. They're just doing nothing. Finally, here we go, the big ass clash. It is the Fire Cav, it is Knight 002 and the remnants of his CC versus Kaisha 10. Kaisha 10 is instantly losing troops here. And the fire's out, there we go. So that will definitely swing it. I think we know which way this is probably going to go now. The losses, I don't know, Kaisha 10's keeping his population up for everything he loses. He loses, he is resupplying, but he is now starting to lose with incredible regularity. They are just too strong, the Fire Cav, and he's got too many of them. He's got 67 of them. And Kaisha 10's army has been greatly reduced, but he has been resupplying. He's still got far and away the biggest population. He's got it back up to pop max. So every time he loses one, another one pops out. So he's obviously maxed out all of his unit producing buildings just to replace anything he loses at the moment. If they wanted to finish this now, you get the feeling all they need to do is just come south with this and start knocking Kaisha 10 over. Kaisha 10 is positioning his troops here. Has he got anything that can deal with these guys? What has he got in here? These are slingers. So, yeah, they're not going to get anywhere near. All the fires are still raging. Where are they going now? That's Kinzel at the back, who's got his population back up to 60 odd. Max Tekatrix is just bumming around, not doing much. Population still at 12. Evidently no longer a fighting force. Pavlogalv is sending rams out and leaving his infantry there. That surely isn't going to do anything, and it looks like Magda OS got up to a population of 30, and that is the amount he's comfortable with. So seemingly sitting this out for the rest of it. And Knight 002 getting that fortress back down. It is literally a question of when Team 1 decide they're going to push for it. There's only one real competitor, and that is Kaisha 10. I'm half tempted to speed this up. We're on 36 minutes. I can't see much going down elsewhere, really. Oh, there's one ram that's sidled into this territory. Is that going to start taking down? Yeah, I think that's going to start taking down this territory over here. There's not much to take down, really, is there? Magda OS is not going for an attack. They're all coming down this flank, so presumably they're going to try and knock over Pavlogalv just to get him out of the game. They're on the move. Fire Cav, there is now 82 of them. More arriving all the time. It's surely a foregone conclusion. Surely. What we'll do, I think we'll spool this on a bit. Let's pop it up to very fast. See where all the fighting happens. Kaisha 10 no longer at pop max. Is he producing? Not producing at the moment. We've reached this kind of strange sort of limbo where there isn't a great deal to be done. That Max Tekatrix's territory over there. Yeah. He's put down a CC on this side. So in this relatively safe enclave, he's decided to go for it again. Right, let's go faster because there may be one big battle, but probably not much else. We can see the fire cav on their way. They're going to eradicate Papligalv, I think. Let's have a look. They're being very systematic, but I mean, he really isn't the risk here. Where are they going? They've all piled together here. There's 127 of them. Whatever you point that out is going to die in a fiery bloodbath. So it's just a question of when they decide to employ them. I don't know why they're going over this way. I'm assuming it's to go over to Papligalv and hand him his ass on a plate. That appears to be the mission over here. Papligalv down to population of 143. It's the same old tactic. They've taken down a wall. They are trying to damage and then presumably capture this CC. Back come the reinforcements. In the meantime, yeah, there goes siege towers. Siege towers for Kaisha 10, looking to permanently knock over Knight 002. Meanwhile, over here, yeah, the fire cav are cleaning up. I know we haven't got long of this game left. I think we'll put it back into normal speed and see what happens. So Papligalv losing troops at an alarming rate, down to a population of 64, 5, 59, 7. Look at that, that just fell in real time there. So Papligalv is getting absolutely slaughtered, and it is... Oh, he's left that intact. Kaisha 10 now coming south. He's just been too slow. He's had the numbers and he's had the strength, but he let everybody else get strong. His own teammates were not very strong, and now they're going to looks like, oh, I thought they were going to go straight into Kaisha 10's territory there, hit them where it hurts. There are elephants waiting to start taking down Masterclasses's fledgling territory up here. Masterclasses has got a population of 53, so he'll be able to put up a little fight if Kinzel's trying to make something of it over there. But the key to it here is going to be... Oh, they're just taking down all of the walls. I think Kaisha 10's going to resign. He's got nothing left, really. He knows what the end result here is going to be. Let's spool this on and see what happens. Now they're finally going in. So the fire cav going all the way around the outside. He's found female citizens. That's going to be a massacre. So they aren't going to live very long. There they go. So the sounds of horrible grim death. Kaisha 10 has stopped repopulating. He's brought his army down and the siege towers, but I think they have got no answer to this. They've got nothing, and it looks like Knight 002 is going to engage them anyway. There's the pile of corpses that signify where the women were with the fires. And this is going to be Kaisha 10 losing population right, left and centre. We have another ass whooping in the cards. Yeah, Kaisha 10 population falling below 150 now. And it's pretty much all over bar the shouting. Team 1 have come out victorious. Interesting. Really, in actual fact, it was Knight 002 and Sneaky P versus Kaisha 10, and for a short time Max Decatrix, and for an even shorter time Pablo Galv, but not much else as they go bearing in on this. Kaisha 10's population's fallen below 50. Let's spool it on to the end here because we know how this is going to go. CC's still standing, but it's going to get captured. There it goes. And it is surely resignation time. They're nothing if not persistent with 44 minutes in. Yep, there we go. That's masterclass's Kaisha 10. It's just Pablo Galv and Magda OS. And we know they aren't going to do anything. So let's fast forward right to the end. See how long it actually went on for. 44 minutes. Almost 3/4 of an hour, this one. And ironically, it looks like it's going to be Magda OS is probably the last person standing. Go on, resign. Magda OS down to a population of 3. They're going for total eradication here. Cool, they're not drawing it out. Go on, finish them. There's only 3 of them. Yeah, Pablo Galv has resigned. So, and there goes back to OS. Right, okay. That's very much the end of that. I think there's still some neutral players there. Okay. Well, that was interesting. Not the kind of game we've been kind of used to recently. Comprehensive win for Team 1, 60,577. Plays 42,389. So a winning score across the board for Team 1. Let's see how that went down. So, in terms of units killed, looks like Sneaky P was the mass murderer there. 900 kills all to himself. That is quite a huge total of Team 1's entire death count. And tremendous losses inflicted upon Team 2. In terms of the kill-death ratio, though, yeah, no contest there either. 4.34. Few other players managed 1. Kaisha 10 and Knight002 made just over 1, but far and away that was the decisive factor. We did think whenever you see an Iberians player, you're going to see Fire Cav, and we certainly did. So on the basis of that, you've got to give best player to Sneaky P today. Sneaky P it was who submitted that game. Obviously has been inspired by recent viewing and the use of Firecav. I have got some videos and some games coming up that may include counters to Firecav. So I will try and give those a bit of airplay soon. But certainly they were the unstoppable force in this one. I thought Team 2 had a chance. We had on each team 2 players in Sneaky P and Knight002, and on Team 2 Max Catrix and especially Kaisha 10 who were strong, and that was offset by Magda OS, Pablo Galv, Kinzel and Dum97 who were not very strong. And so the other lot kind of cancelled each other out and they all kind of fell over in their own way. I think the loss of Max Catrix, he went marauding forward, knocked over Dum97, but then that was the time that the Firecav came into play right at the start. If they'd have got at Sneaky P early, maybe they could have stopped him doing that, but I think that was always his plan. But as soon as Max Catrix went down, Pablo Galv, it was clear, was not a fighting machine at all. And Kaisha 10 spent far too long mopping up Kinzel on the left-hand flank there, and everything else kind of happened without him, even though he was the major fighting force. Maybe he just didn't fancy his chances and was hoping for support, but it was never coming from those teammates, especially once Max Catrix was weakened. So in the end, it was not that difficult for Sneaky P and for Knight 002 to dominate, despite losing their colleagues, or losing Dumb 97 altogether. Unfortunately, Dumb 97 did somewhat live up to his name, because he also resigned with about 40 troops outside of his allies' base, and then they started attacking him. So couple of double whammies there, but congratulations to Team 1, congratulations to Sneaky P for sending that in and being top player. Interesting game. We often get top line games, but you cannot ignore sort of the games with middle players and middle and lower players. This is 0AD Newbie Rush after all, and I quite enjoyed that. It was different. I hope you did too. I will see you in the next game. Thank you very much for watching, and bye for now. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video and want to support the channel, please do drop a like on the video, subscribe, and click the bell icon to be notified whenever I upload new content. Remember, you can now download the replay files for the 0AD matches that I cover if you want to view them yourself within the game via the 0AD Newbie Rush replay archive. Links to that and a whole bunch of other great 0AD related stuff are available in the video description, including how to submit your own game replays for inclusion in a future episode. Bye for now, and I'll see you in the next video.